Defeat, in my view, is the most difficult of all the human emotions for us to experience. When we're feeling defeated, it immediately taps onto our power centre and we feel powerless. We can feel defeated in childhood when we meet with people that seem in more authority or more power than us, or we can meet with it when we go into experiences and situations in our life and in our world. So how do we win when we're feeling defeated? I have to tell you two things. Firstly, the male and female mind does think differently. The male mind is very linear, very structured, very logical. It goes in there hard and fast, gets the job done, comes back out again. But the female mind is a wider angle, and it gives a sort of a better view of a situation that can sometimes feel like a catastrophe. And so I've made this video for you just to tell you about some mind mechanics that are going on in the back of the mind and why we have this emotion called defeat and how we can win from a situation that we cannot change. I'm not going to take you down the route of acceptance. I'm not going to take you down the route of airy-fairy love and light. I'm going to show you how the mind works and how you can just change something within the mind that is going to help you change the situation that you're in. So when we've met with defeat, it really hits on our ego. Now, I'm one of the few people that advocates the ego. We've all got one and we all need one. It's our power centre and our powerhouse. Any time we collapse, any time, especially for men, the male mind collapses, it takes them into a very dark place. Immediately it will divert to what can I do in this situation? It will take you into habits. Now, habits are formed, they can be alcohol or they can be drugs, but a habit can be something like depression, can be a habit. It can be a mind thinking process that automatically clicks in any time we have met with something we think is defeat. So how do we get out of this? Well, in defeat, what comes forward is our any wounds we've experienced from our childhood. And so as children, we don't know how to cope. And so we have this raging emotion that comes forward. So in defeat, the first next emotion you're going to feel is absolute rage. And the more offended and hurt you feel, the more rage you are going to have. However, this is still normal and not to be acted upon. Rage projected outwards, you want to go and hit something, someone, but rage projected inwards or introjected comes into the mind as a suicidal thought. Okay, so be very clear on what happens. It's very common but not pointed out. That's why I've made you this video, that when rage comes up, you are beside yourself and not then in your right thinking mind. So how do you get out of it? Well, actually, it's more simple than you might think. You don't need power to get out of it. You just need a change in perception. The emotion of defeat is, after all, an emotion, but thinking is more powerful than emotion. Emotions, anyway, are just barometers to how we're experiencing this outside event. But perception is where we change it from the inside. And so we need to see the situation differently to begin with. So the situation is, if we look opposite to the situation, what did you do before that occurred? Did you contribute? Did you carry yourself well? Did you conduct yourself well? Did you give it your all, given what you were given? And I normally find the answer for people to all of those questions are yes, they've done their best given what they were given in that situation. So how do we get them out of defeat? How do you win? Well, you win by changing your perception. Now, you can't change the situation, which I'll tell you now is going to change anyway. But for now, you can't change the situation, but you can change your perception of yourself. And that is the secret key to getting out of where you are at the moment. Change your perception of yourself. I hope you win.